welcome back to my channel. Another week into 2021, trying to eat more healthy as I promised. So today's recipe is gonna be mung beans dessert with coconut milk. The uniqueness of it is the tapioca pearl. Putting tapioca pearl in it to make it thicker and more delicious. Alright, so now let's get into the ingredients. In this recipe, I used 2 cups of mung beans, 100 grams of dry shredded tapioca, a 1/4 cup of small tapioca pearls, 1 can of coconut milk, 8 pieces of palm sugar, 8 cups of water, and also a pinch of salt. So I use only 8 cups of the water in here, but if you want it to be more watery, you can actually put 10 cups of water, and 2 cups of mung beans. It's actually a lot. Like, you can feed the entire family. I make a lot so then I can freeze them and eat them later on, like frozen. They actually taste like mung beans ice cream. So I'm making it a little bit thicker in this recipe. Follow through and you're gonna get the delicious recipe. Alright, first of all, the 2 cups of mung beans need to be washed a few times. Make sure the skin is well clean, and then soak it in water for 4 hours. The soaking part actually helps with the cooking process. You can cut the cooking process down a lot by just soaking it 4 hours or overnight. 4 hours later, I wash it one more time just to make sure that all the dry skin that's coming out from the mung beans get out, and then the water is clean and clear when I start boiling it. Which 8 cups of water, bring it to boil. And then once it starts boiling, just lower the heat down to only medium and let it shimmer for another 15 minutes. So while I'm waiting for that 15 minutes to go by, I'm starting to put the shredded tapioca into the water. Make sure you wash it a couple times too, just to make sure it's clean. Leave it in there, soak it until it's ready to be used, which you're gonna put later on toward the end of the process. Alright, 15 minutes later, add the palm sugar in. Oh, and by the way, if you don't have palm sugar, you can also use regular sugar, but make sure you start with only 1 cup, and if it's not sweet enough, you can add more later on. And then add the shredded tapioca in there as well. Cook for another 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, add the coconut milk and also the white tapioca pearl in there. That's the sound of my dog trying to get my attention. So the palm sugar, it really depends on what brand you buy. Some size are bigger than the others, so use it accordingly. Mine is kind of medium, not too big. So even 8 pieces of palm sugar is not even enough. I don't think it's sweet enough in my opinion, but I don't eat that sweet, so it's okay. But if you make it, again, adjust it accordingly depending on the size of your sugar, and taste it out. Make sure it taste exactly to your liking, but a pinch of salt always make a big difference at the end of every dessert. That is my #1 rule. Okay, but overall I think this dessert is a little bit on the thick side. If I were to make it all over again, I would only use 1 cup of mung beans instead of 2. The reason is because with the tapioca and the actually 2 types of tapioca, they expand it and take a lot of space and consume all the water basically, so very thick. Again, it's okay because I'm gonna make an ice cream out of this. Another thing is the tapioca, depending on how long you soak it in the water, the shredded tapioca. If you don't soak it long enough, it might still be chewy, so taste it out before you decide to turn off the heat. Sometimes you need to cook it longer. The heat also kind of make a big difference in the entire process. I kind of left the heat in a medium low side instead of the high. You don't want to burn and take all the you don't want to burn your beans before it even cooks, so make sure it's not too hot. Okay, overall it's great. Like I said before, this type of dessert is very comforting. Nutrition and vitamins, it's all in that mung beans. I just love mung beans. It's so healthy, but don't eat too much because it's very carby. And this is how it looks like when I put it in the freezer, and it's actually tastes really good later on, like delicious. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you find this recipe helpful, and maybe something you want to explore and try in the future. Leave the comments in the comment box below if you have any questions or suggestions or comments for me. I thank you once again for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell icon. I heard that you get notification right away if you do that. So thank you once again for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.